My neighborhood friends are moving away. They can't afford to pay the rent in old New York. If I get 6 more jobs, and if I don't get robbed, I just might stay here in New York. I don't really want to live here anymore. That's entirely unrelated to anything, though. It's just me being lamentatious concerning my living situation.
Indeed.
Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. I'm going to bring the... there. Now I can see comments better. Fantastic. Good day to you, good gentle soul. I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
And I'm Twig. And I'm over here still, because I
Yes.
wasn't ready in time.
That's all right. Neither was I.
But hey, I got the whole place set up, so...
You did good. You did a fantastic job, and I'm very proud of you.
I just sacrificed my costuming as a...
So, good gentles, welcome to Foxy's Hangover Hour, in which we shall be recovering from, whilst at the same time having seconds of absinthe.
Hangover was less than expected.
Hangover is less than expected, but it's. How can you sometimes tell the difference between the hangover and still being drunk from last night of being?
Well, that usually doesn't happen to me. I don't think I've ever been, like, drunk for 2 days in a row. Like, from the same alcohol.
I don't know. I woke up this morning just a little bit tipsy.
Really?
Just a little bit. But coffee helps. You know what else helps? Is when you put alcoholic creamer in your coffee. Today's alcoholic creamer is the mystery alcohol from, 2 weeks ago?
I believe so.
Yeah, the Tequila Rose. It's nice, but it's best in coffee or something. Hello, Luscious. Good to see you.
This car alarm has been going off for a solid 15 minutes.
Yes, it has. I'm not sure if you can hear that car alarm in the background.
But we can hear the car alarm.
But we can hear it in the background. It's why I started today's show with that ridiculous little musical number. Oh, did you want some?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Because there's nothing like doing a show with a car alarm going off while you're trying to sing Irish pub tunes and period songs. It really helps with the immersion. It's nothing.
It really does.
Apparently, it is faintly audible in the back.
Yeah, I know. It's non-stop. It's been going. Since
I could I could close the window, but then it would get hot.
No, that is a terrible idea. It will get stiflingly
It will get very hot.
Here.
So all there is to do is hope the music drowns out the noise and and hope that we're not getting evicted. We're just fed up. That's all.
Yeah.
There's a fine line between having to leave and wanting to leave now. All right, let's sing. Let's ostensibly, we are musicians.
Ostensibly. That's the word of the day. Again.
I like that being the word of the day.
It's just always the word of the day.
Why not?
It's a permanent fixture.
Why not? You know,
I don't like this stand. It always gets caught on the strap.
Do you want to get a better stand? Do you want to go stand shopping?
Stand shopping?
Stand shopping?
Find the stand that we stand.
Find the stand that exactly. Are you going to stand a stand?
Yeah. Well, if I find one that I really like, I guess.
I was going to stand a stand, but then I got stopped at the border. See, they still think they're a former Soviet republic.
Let's see. What song are we doing?
All right, let's do, how about this one? I was going over those Single Mountains, and Captain Paul and his money he was Wisconsin. I first missed my pistol and I then missed the rapier saying, stand down and never fall down, the great savior, Mr. But follow me, laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. Put it in the pocket to talk to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would save me. He'll take that woman, she never treats me. Here's a Mr. Oh, laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. To the chamber or to take a slumber, taking Jenny with me. I sure it was no wonder that she threw me pistol charges, filled them up with water, said Captain Powell to me right for the slaughter. Oh, laddie-o, there's whiskey on the jar. It's a Saturday in the morning, as I was up for travel. Comes a band of footmen, like was Captain Powell. First missed my pistol, for she'd stolen away the rapier. Could shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken, was staring into the dark. Oh, laddie-o, there's whiskey on the jar. Did that verse already. Where am I? I've already been taken by the footmen. So where am I now?
I don't know. I've never really paid attention to the lyrics.
I'm glad to know that if I screw up entirely, you're there to catch me. Alright, where was I? Right. If anyone can aid me, it's me, brother in the club jail. I can find a station out in Cork or in Killarney. If he'll come and join me, they'll go home to Kilkenny. She'll treat me better than the old Spartan Jenny. Oh, laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Oh, laddie-o, there's whiskey in the jar. That's how you know you're doing great first thing in the morning. Mm-hmm. You start off with the song on the high end of your register, and then you forget the lyrics. Yeah, singing and head voice first thing in the morning. That's what I want to do with my life. All right. Good gentlemen, I'm David Nancy with Foxy Bart.
I'm Twig.
We are Drunk and Disorderly, and you know what happens now. We have done our opening song, which means it is now time for us to indulge in the weekly mystery brew. For those of you who joined us last night, you know what we're getting into. For those of you who didn't, it's absinthe. Mm-hmm. Label, light.
Gotta take it out of the light.
Gotta take it out of the light. What? Over here. Oh. There we are. Absinthe. We are going to drink this because I don't know why. Elvin Fool feels, by the way, that our music is good background noise for writing client notes.
Good.
What sort of clients do you have? Because there's a lot of different types of clients that could be.
I have a client.
You do?
Yeah.
What sort of client?
Well, he...
Is it the cat?
Maybe.
It's all right. I've always wanted to be clients with the cat. So, good day to you, Byron. So what I have here is not a guitar, actually. What Twig has is a guitar. What I have is what is known as a bouzouki. That's where a guitar and a mandolin got drunk one night and had a love child.
It's basically an octave mandolin. In fact, I am actually not sure what the difference is between a bouzouki and an octave mandolin, or if they're just interchangeable.
They're pretty much interchangeable.
So
I don't know. There's differences in tuning. And
yes. There's also a Greek tuning for the bouzouki, but we're using the Irish tuning, obviously, since we only know like one Greek song.
Elvin Fool is a psychotherapist.
Ooh.
So
it's fancy.
So it's I've got all sorts of songs that can accompany that, well, depending on the mental illness.
Who needs psychotherapy when you've got a spoon?
I do have a spoon. It's an absent spoon.
Spoon.
An absent spoon. Spoon. So we get the sugar cubes because this is how you do with the absinthe. I'm still not certain yet if the absinthe is worth all of the ritual that goes into it.
I don't know. I mean, like, I will say it wasn't overpriced. Like, we didn't spend.
Oh yeah, we didn't spend a lot of money on it.
We did not spend very much money on it. It was like $30, so which like is probably overpriced, but also it's not like an arm and a leg.
So for those of you who missed the show last night, this is how it works. You put the absinthe in there, you put the little spoon on top of it, and then you spill water all over yourself.
You look very fancy doing it that way.
Yes, up in the air, spilling water on yourself. There we go. Just let that dissolve. And here's your sugary, watery, good God knows what that is.
Yeah.
Wormwood.
It's like radioactive colored.
It is radioactive colored. It goes from being bright neon green colored
to being like
a
fog machine green.
Fog machine green colored. Because this is what I do with to myself.
Also, do not be ashamed at not being familiar with the bazooka. It is quite an obscure instrument.
It is an obscure.
I mean, it's not like the most obscure of obscure, but
I've got more obscure.
Yeah.
There are more obscure. I've had more obscure. I shall have more obscure. Because I would like more obscure. I shall abscond with an obscure.
What are you going to do with the rest of that sugar?
Squish it with my finger. And then I'm going to lick my finger. It does kind of look like
lemonade. It looks like very sad lemonade.
Yes. Well, isn't that a delightful sound?
The clinking?
Because
all I can hear is the freaking car.
I know. I'm trying to zone it out. All right, let's drink the absinthe, and maybe the car alarm will go away.
Cheers.
Slancha with the magical lemonade. There's a part of me that wants to know what it tastes like without the sugar, and then there's another part of me that absolutely doesn't.
I had a little bit last night without the sugar in it. Like, just straight up, because I was curious.
Oh, did you know?
Like.
How was?
It tasted like licorice hell.
Licorice hell. That's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm doing to myself is drinking licorice hell. And
oh, I like that song. I don't know if you know all the lyrics to it.
I can probably do it well enough. Let's give it a shot. I haven't done Bedlam Boys in a while. But we can give Bedlam Boys a go. Good morrow, Gene. It's good to see you. It's good to see people in general. Mm-hmm. I like to know that there are people who actually tune into this who actually like it, that I'm not just spinning me wheels. C minor, probably. C minor is usually a good key for me. Try an E minor. There we go. For to find that Tom of Bedlam, 10,000 miles I'll travel. That woman goes on dirty tools for to save the shoes the ground. Oh, still and I sing money boys, money man boys, Bedlam boys of money. They hung them there and they run by the year, and they want no drink no money. To Satan's kitchen, for to beg some food in the morning. There I saw some piping hot, on the shit turning. Still I sing money boys, money man boys, Bedlam boys of money. They own the man and everybody and they want no drink no money. My staff hath murdered giants. My bag a long knife carries, full of cut mince pies and children's pies. With which to feed the fairies, till the singly boys are bonny, and the younger bear and the nimble yard. They want no good nor money. Now gypsy stuck to Foxy. We'll meet me man Tom from me house. Sticks all our brood with Gogh. And modern Gogh, I just get two verses together, whatever. Then none of them make sense anyway. Here I think money boys, money men boys, money men boys, and money. So they all are there and they didn't have the They want no big money. Drink to Tom a bedlam. We'll fill the sea with barrels. I'll drink it all well brewed with Gogh. And more than drunk I'll quarrel. So let us sing money boys, money men boys, boys are money. They all go fair and they live by the hour. And they want no drink nor money. Still let us sing money boys, money men boys, bedlam boys are money. They all go fair and they live by the hour. They want no drink nor money. Yeah, sorry, I did that thing where I held out the note longer than expected.
Yeah.
It's
a shame
right.
that we don't practice any of these beforehand.
It's a shame that I practice this for. I don't practice. Practice.
No.
Practice means you won't make stupid mistakes.
Well, it's fun for me, I guess, because A, we don't practice anything beforehand. B, you often do songs that I've never ever done before. And C,
See, I never tell you beforehand.
you don't even tell me what instrument like I'm gonna be on beforehand because I'm not allowed to know because you want it to be a surprise.
Because I like keeping you on your toes. This is part of your training.
Also, we don't have set lists. In
No.
case you didn't, that's probably obvious.
No,
by now,
set
but-
lists are for fools. Fools who do not appreciate the spontaneity of will that car alarm ever stop?
No, it's been going. It's been going so we've almost been going on here for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that car alarm was going for a good 15 minutes before
Yeah.
we even started. So it's been going for about like over half an hour.
Pushing 40 minutes at this point,
40
yeah.
minutes, yeah. I think it might just keep going like ad infinitum.
Yeah.
Might just go for the whole day.
Where's the owner of this vehicle?
I'm guessing the owner parked it and then like went off somewhere, and apparently their car just doesn't turn off its alarm.
What are they in Midtown now? Well, eventually that thing's gonna rain down their bathroom.
The stupid part is that probably nobody tried to even break into that car.
No, someone probably bumped into it or something stupid.
No, what probably did it was one of the drivers.
Oh God, you're right.
Because they always set off car alarms.
How many days are we drinking absinthe? Well, yesterday we drank absinthe. Today we drank absinthe, and the bottle's about halfway empty. So 2 more days, I guess. I don't know. I don't know when we're gonna touch that again.
Oh, like how often are we gonna drink it? I don't know. Well, if the question is, are we gonna have this on our next show?
No, every week we have a new mystery alcohol.
We have a new mystery alcohol. This might be still here.
Might still be. I don't know if it has any. I might have to finish it before Passover.
Oh, right. When's Passover?
Yeah, a month from now.
Oh, well.
Purim is a month before Passover because this is God's.
About it already?
This is God's.
It's a month away.
You have no idea. You don't know what it's like. Saying, "Oh, I've got a month to clean for Passover." Next thing you know, Seder's in 5 hours, and I haven't finished cleaning the kitchen yet somehow.
Well, my point.
Then again, it's just part of it's my mother.
My point.
Yes.
My point is
Yes.
that you don't necessarily need to finish it within a week, since Passover is a month away.
Fair enough.
So
apparently, Maxine's got herbs that we can use to infuse our own absinthe.
if one of them tastes like licorice, then I don't. maybe leave that one out.
So, as far as being together for Seder, by the way, I believe that Rabbi Shmuel is going to be holding an online Seder for the second Seder.
Wow.
You?
Okay.
Just like you did last year.
Oh,
You remember that,
yeah.
right?
Well,
That seems like forever ago.
Well, the thing is, I wasn't.
It was a million years ago last Passover.
I also wasn't there because I decided to play D&D instead of going.
Right. Yes, you did. So, all right, let's do another thing. I don't know. Let's try. You know what? Good chance is all I have a confession
Oh
to
my
make.
god, did it stop?
Yes, it stopped.
It
Oh, thank God.
stopped.
I have a confession to make.
Confess that, sinner.
Thank you very much. And that confession is that this year is a special year. Because you see, generally speaking, Purim falls out on the 14th day of Adar. But if you live in Jerusalem or any other ancient walled city, so New York doesn't count because it's not ancient or walled. But if you live in an ancient walled city, then you do not celebrate Purim on the 14th. You celebrate Purim on the 15th. Now, that being said, this year, the 14th was a Friday, and the 15th was the Sabbath, which is problematic because there's a lot of things that you do on Purim that can be problematic to do on the Sabbath. Like you're supposed to bring gifts of food to your neighbors, and delivering can be considered a form of work. So you can't do that on the Sabbath. So there's also in Jerusalem, they do some of the Purim things on the 14th, which is Friday, and some of the Purim things on the 15th, which is Saturday, and then some of them on the 16th, which is today. This is all in the Hebrew calendar, by the way. So this all means that on a year like this, when Purim falls out on a Friday, it means that in Jerusalem, they get to have a 3-day Purim, which is fantastic. So in honor of the 3-day Purim, let's do another Purim song.
Okay.
I went a long way to get a short distance right there.
Yes, you did. What are we doing?
Let's do Coplas de Purim. El Testamento de la Man.
Oh, well, you've got the glitter, so...
You can use that glitter.
I don't like the idea of...
Or you can use a
I
bazooki.
don't like the idea of double glitter, so I might use this.
Very well. Let's go with the bazooka joke. Then, there you are. This is a song in which Haman gathers all of his friends together. And he starts telling them how awesome he is, because that it completes the image of the villain, the incredibly stupid, racist, anti-Semitic villain, who, on top of everything else, has such a very, very fragile ego that he needs to gather people together on a regular basis in order for them to cheer him on and tell him what a great person he is and how much they like him. So, the song is, of course, meant to be tongue-in-cheek. Who would have ever thought that you could find a villain who would need to be reassured at all times of how great he is?
Just sing the damn song.
I'm talking about Trump.
I know.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Here we go. Right. Songs in Latino. I skipped the first verse. I'm gonna try it again. It's all right. Not that anybody else would have known. I'm skipping verses all over the place. Let's try it from the top. Esta noche de Purim no duermen los al-Hajmin, has ido al-Hajminadas para las desposadas. Hagas tú y viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. Viva la reina Esther que tanto placer nos dio. Haman antes que muriera llamó a su parentela, puso a su cabecera un día antes de Purim. Vivas tú y viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. Viva la reina Esther que tanto placer nos dio. Y tú mi yo dorada no tuvo barata y no habla con que tratas en el día de Purim. Vivas tú y viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. Viva la reina Esther que tanto placer nos dio. Alfonillo segundo, así tengas cuerpo mundo, cuento te fallaste el mundo en el día de Purim. Vivas tú y viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. viva la arena y esté quedando presente y Shimshir el escribano que mataba con sus manos el hueso izado en el día de Purim vivas tú y viva yo vivan todos los judíos viva la arena Esther que tanto placer caía tu cerecho la loca y no habla ni no toca que por ti hicieron una polca en el día de Purim vivas tú y viva yo vivan todos los judíos viva la arena Esther que tanto placer esta noche de Purim no duermen las al-Hajjin haciendo al-Hajjinadas para las desposadas. Viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. Viva la arena Esther que tanto placer nos dio. Vivas tú y viva yo, vivan todos los judíos. Viva la arena Esther que tanto placer nos dio. You know, you should join with me on the chorus when we do that again.
Okay.
I mean, it won't be till next year, probably.
Yeah. I'll try to remember that.
I might do it again at some point.
I mean, it works just like as a song.
It's a good song by itself.
It's not like
it's
not like singing a Christmas song in the middle of like April.
Speaking of which,
are we doing a Christmas song?
let's do a Christmas song.
Did you get your fuzzy? You did. You got your fuzzy in my.
What?
Doing this?
Got what now?
You keep getting all your fuzz in my absinthe. You do this with all my drinks? Am I just not noticing until you get...
Until I put it in a neon green one so that it's more noticeable?
No!
Here, I'll put it in my finger.
Ew, no, that's worse.
How's that worse?
Because it's got all of your acid on it.
You don't like my acid?
I mean...
Here, let me try and fish it out. I'm not really sure where that came from either. It might have been in my hair.
So it's probably from your shirt.
Or possibly my tights.
Or it's maybe your feather.
It might be a bit of the feather.
It might be
there
feather.
It is. I got it out.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. No. Don't eat your own fuzz.
Fine.
We don't want you getting hairballs again, now do we?
Very well. You just don't like it when I cough them up on the carpet.
No.
I clean it off.
I got your eyelash in it this time.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm just gonna...
Seriously?
Yes.
I
Stop getting gross things
I
in my
try to
drink.
get my codpiece fuzz out of your drink, and instead my eyelash gets in there. Are you sure it's my eyelash and not a pube?
I'm pretty sure, unless you have very delicate pubes.
Well.
Ew, there's so much in it. Ew.
What?
Ew. Yeah, it's as if this drink wasn't already gross enough as it is. It's also got to add like Foxy sweat fuzz. And eyelashes.
You know, there are some folks out there who would pay good money for Foxy sweat fuzz. If you would like to pay good money for Foxy sweat fuzz,
donate to the Patreon.
Donate to the Patreon.
If you donate $50, we will send you some Foxy sweat fuzz.
It's not in the thing, but I might put it in the thing.
No. Maybe you should. Maybe there's like a demand for Foxy sweat fuzz.
Maybe there's a demand for Foxy undies. I do have that pair of pink panties.
You do.
Let's have an online contest. See who's going to get Foxy's pretty pink panties. I don't wear those often enough. I should wear them more often. I should write a song about my pretty pink panties and how I don't wear them enough. And how they feel neglected sitting in the back of my underwear drawer, waiting for all of my other underwear to go into the laundry. And then they realize that the last one's in there, and they're like, yay, he's going to wear us now. And then I go buy more underwear, and they're like, no.
Yeah, or you could wash your clothes.
Or I could wash. I need a washing machine for that.
I know. It's funny because there's a washing machine.
Scooter wants Foxy sweat fuzz. See, I told you there's a market for it. You can pay me in trade.
So it's funny because my folks have a washing machine that's open for us to use, and it's only an hour away.
But that involves going to see your folks.
I know, but every time I'm like, hey, why don't we just go see my folks so we can just do like laundry for like an hour? And Foxy's like, but what if we don't? And we just let the laundry
pile up
instead of a single visit.
Underwear's not that expensive.
Oh, Lord.
Best part about it is that now I'll have more than enough underwear and socks for Pensick. Isn't that great? Isn't that what you always wanted?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Let's try this one. Here's a song that we're still working on. Still working on this one, but we're gonna try it again anyway.
What is it? Okay.
Actually, let's try it. Let's do it. We're going back and forth. This is a terrible key. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, no, that's a really low key.
Very low key. That's much better. We're still working on this one. It's in French. Je m'en disant, je m'en irai. C'est mon disant, je m'en irai. J'entends-nous et la reine, j'entends-nous et la reine santé, j'entends-nous et la reine, la bellette, j'entends-nous et la reine santé. C'est en disant, je m'en irai. Mon disant, je m'en irai, j'entends-nous et la reine santé, j'entends-nous et la reine, la bellette, j'entends-nous et la reine santé, j'entends-nous et la reine, la bellette, j'entends-nous et la reine santé. Je m'en irai. J'entends les loups et la reine à la bellette, j'entends les loups et la reine en santé, j'entends les loups et la reine à la bellette, j'entends les loups et la reine en santé. C'est dans le vent, je m'en irai, les chemins de mes chats passent dans les prés, les chemins de mes chansons, petits poulets, passent dans les prés, mange tous les fois, les chemins de mes chansons, petits poulets, passent dans les prés, mange tous les fois, vers ventra, les galets, vers ventra, les chemins de mes chansons, repartira, vers ventra, les galets, vers ventra, les chemins de mes chansons, repartira. Dans 10 ans, je m'en irai. J'entends les loups et la reine à la bellette, j'entends les loups et la reine à chanter. J'entends les loups et la reine à la bellette, j'entends les loups et la reine à chanter. C'est dans 10 ans, je m'en irai. La ville de mes chats passe dans les prés. La ville de mes chats sont petits poulets, passe dans les prés, mange tous les froids. La ville de mes chats sont petits poulets, passe dans les prés, mange tous les froids. Vers ventral, les galets, vers ventral, la ville de mes chats sont repartira. Les vers ventral, les galets, vers ventral, la ville de mes chats sont repartira. Les vers ventral, les galets, vers ventral, la ville de mes chats sont repartira. Les vers ventral, les galets, vers ventral, la ville de mes chats sont repartira. That.
Well, it needs work.
It does need work.
It needs work.
It does need work.
This is why we should practice the songs.
I'm
really going to advocate for practicing songs.
You're going to really advocate for
really
practicing
advocate
songs?
for that, because, like, maybe that's a thing.
That you should do?
And not in front of a live
Not
audience.
in front of a live audience?
So they don't have to see how much we suck at it at first.
Everyone sucks at everything at first.
Yeah, but they don't have to, like, broadcast it in front of everybody. That's like if you were like, all right, here's me learning violin before your very eyes.
We're doing that next week. We're not going to do it now because it takes forever to tune one of those things.
That one needs new strings.
That's fine. The strings are fairly new already.
Well, no, because it's all, like, stiff. It's stiff. I might just get one of those, like, $100 stupid violins just to practice on it.
Very
You know what
well.
I mean?
Very well. That is acceptable. But
And also, every time I take it out, you're like, "Don't break it. It's an antique from my family." And it's like, that's too much pressure. It's true.
It's all right. It's all right. All right. So let's do something completely different. Oh, that's an interesting chord. Sounds jazzy. It sounds like I don't know, like you're wandering through a very hazy field.
What are we doing? I zoned out.
I was waxing philosophical on strange jazzy chords.
Oh, I usually zone out at that.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. So yeah. Next week we're going to bring in the violin, and I'm going to practice violin as part of this show. You want to do that?
I mean, I don't know how I feel about that.
You know what? We can do something else instead.
Oh, goody. Why are we doing this at all?
What? Why are we practicing songs we don't know?
Is this purgatory?
This is purgatory. Grab the guitar. Grab the guitar, you damned soul. Because I'm pulling out
grabbing the absinthe first.
I am pulling out
the concertina.
The concertina. So the chords involved here are A minor, I believe. D minor. C. G.
Is that one?
Yep.
Okay, fine.
But I would like you to play on it with the guitar. Would you do that for me? Because you love me so. I'm surprised I didn't hear this song before it became popular on TikTok, by the way.
Oh, yeah, and me too. I was always surprised about that myself.
And particularly because it's a nice song and I like it.
It is nice.
Oh, yeah. Where was I? Right, at the beginning. Here we go.
A minor?
A minor. There once was a ship that sailed the sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The wind blew hard and the bow went down, and it's blow me, Billy boys, blow. Oh, soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. We have not been 2 weeks from shore, when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Oh, soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Well, she had not yet hit the water when the whale's tail came up and caught her all hand to the sides, harpoons and fought her as she dove down below. Oh, soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Well, the ship went on at great speed, and the captain's mind was not hungry, but he was one of the whalerman's creed. He'd take that whale in tow. Oh, soon may the whalermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Well, 40 days or even more, the line went snapped and tight once more. Hands are caught as well and sure as she dove down below. Oh, soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Well, as far as I know, the fight's still on, the line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The weatherman always comes to call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Oh, soon may the weathermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go. Yay. Oh, yay. Our percussion background is back.
Yep.
That's back.
Oh, and we only went 10 minutes without it.
I hope it does. I really do. I'm responding to.
I'm in the midst of reading it.
I'm responding to Eva's message there. I do hope that the uptick in sea shanty popularity does affect pop music for a while.
Yeah.
It might be that I'm ahead of the curve, or I might not be. I might know that might require certain resources first that
I mean,
don't
at the very
have.
least, I appreciate pop songs that aren't about like sex or love.
Fair enough.
Which, like, isn't to say that songs about sex and love are bad. It just gets annoying.
It's
when
just
that's,
an
like,
oversaturation of
It's
them.
just that it gets annoying when that's like the only thing. Also, like just like general, like let's dance and then later fuck and then go dance again and then go fuck.
Dance and fuck.
Number one single. Let's
The
dance
number-
and fuck.
Let's dance and fuck. That's the number one single in America, 12 years running.
More than that.
Well, you see, before that it was Let's Fucking Dance.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That is true. So shut the gob and dance with me. All right.
I actually kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's got a nice melody to it.
Yeah.
So it does come from a time when
I like the
melodies were
part
more
where it
interesting.
goes woo-hoo. That's my favorite part.
You like the woohoo part?
Woo-hoo. Reminds me of college. I don't know. Reminds me of college.
There were a lot of woohoos in college.
I mean, probably, but also that song is what I was talking about.
That song
Yes.
reminds you of college.
Yes.
You know what reminds me of college?
Oh, I'm gonna take a wild guess. This was the
Are you
nearly.
late? It's
I was gonna guess the "I'm Blue" song. But
well, no, that's high school. I'm older than that. No. The blues song, that's high school days. Good God, was I a nerd back then. I wasn't even a good-looking nerd. I was a goofy-looking nerd. Now, at least I'm sexy goofy. You're familiar with Sexy Goofy, right? Yeah, baby.
Oh, I know, stop.
All right.
I'm gonna shut that off right now.
Oh, I do not know that one well enough. Although I could try. I don't know if I know that one enough. I'll try that one next week. I will work on that one for next week. I really should. I need to remember the lyrics. I also don't remember all the lyrics. Mouse Sur. I don't know if this is a good time of year for that one, but that's all right. It's a Hanukkah song.
Oh,
Is it?
that's funny because I just mentioned doing a December song in like April. So
I will see if I can do Ailey, though. I've never played it on guitar. So let me give it a try. What the hey? The chords.
Jewish songs,
The chords do not. The chords from that one are not. They can't be that complicated.
It's probably just A minor.
Probably.
Just A minor and G. And also probably a G minor. They like throwing in that G minor.
Except I probably want to do it in C minor. Can you pass me the... There we go. Thank you. Bring it up to here. Eli, שלא ייגמר לעולם. הים, רשרוש של המים, ורק השמיים, תפילת האדם, החול והים, רשרוש של המים, ורק השמיים, תפילת האדם. Lord, my God, I pray that these things shall never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the water, the crash of the heavens, prayer of man, the sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, prayer of man. והים רשרוש של המים דרך השמיים תפילת האדם החול והים רשרוש של המים דרך השמיים תפילת
Aw, that was pretty.
That
I
is a
like
pretty
that
one.
one. That was good.
That
Why
is
do you
a
ever
pretty-
sing that one?
Because it's got a very depressing backstory.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the songs with a depressing
Is
backstory.
that why you're crying?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, that was written by Chana Senish.
Is it one of those songs that's just like, this is a pretty thing, but don't forget that death is coming for you?
Kind of. So Chana Senish wrote that song while she was walking the shores of the Mediterranean in the land of Israel. Just before she got on the plane that was to take her to paratroop into Hungary behind enemy lines during World War II.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Why is that bad?
Because
Why
it's
are they
hungry,
sending
that's
troops
why.
to Hungary?
Because World War II, that's why. Finnegan's Wake. Haven't done Finnegan's Wake in a while. That's a good
funny one to follow that up with.
Yeah, I know. The end of the story, by the way, she did die behind enemy lines. And,
Oh no! Oh,
she
that's
got-
terrible.
she got captured and put on the block. So yeah,
Oh well, that sucks.
that's why that song is just a little bit on the, because it was theoretically the last song that she wrote before the end. Although she died killing Nazis.
Oh, that's still depressing as fuck.
Still depressing.
But
But
also, all right. Well, let's. Oh, that's sad too.
But
All right, let's sing a song.
let's
about
sing
the fucking
Finnegan's
thing.
Wake.
Woo!
Let's see that song about another guy dying. Except not depressingly, because we're weird this way. Don't know why. Here we go. Finnegan lived in Rotten Street, a gentle Irishman, he did a beautiful broad, so rich and sweet. Twice in the world he carried a hard, a sort of a tumbling way for the love of his great person was born. Took him on his wage day, with a double crate for every month. For the diner, let's get partner on the floor, your tiller sings. The truth I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. When burning Tim was radical, his head felt heavy, which made him shake. Fell from the ladder, he broke his skull, so they carried him home, his heart's awake. Rolled him up in a nice clean sheet, laid him out upon the bed. A barrel of whiskey on his face and a bottle of porter on his head. From the diner, let's get partner on the floor, your tiller sings. The truth I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. His friends assembled at the wake, with a Finnegan come for lunch. First they brought in tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco and whiskey punch. The upright can't cry, such a lovely corpse did you ever see? Tim of Orton, why did I? Well, hold your guts, it's Paddy McGee. That's your partner, down for all your tenor six. Wasn't it the truth I told you? Lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. You know, that kind of reminds me of is when you go to the alchemist's shop in Skingrad in Oblivion.
Good times.
Do you know what the penalty is for necrophilia? Just asking. Wow, that's much better than Morrowind. Thanks.
You're pretty strict on that stuff.
It is.
What are you gonna say?
It's weird, but there you have it.
Anyway,
Well, Billy O'Connor took off the job. He's a cheater, I'm sure. Billy gave her a whelp from the gob and left her sprawling on the floor. Then the word had soon engaged us, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and eruption soon began. For the diner, we ship partner on the floor, your brother said, the truth I told you, lots of fun at Finnegan's Wake. He came along and he raised this head when I'm not gonna escape from it head. Mist and falling on the bed, the liquor scattered all over Tim. Tim of eyes, see how he rises. Off the bed, actually.
I was expecting you to also sing.
Oh, sorry. That explains why you were doing a harmony.
Yep.
Tim, let's try that again. Tim of eyes, see how he rises. Timothy rising from the bed. There you go. We're doing great today.
I was like, I can't abandon it now. I'm already singing it.
Saying, hey, you're a scare around like bases. Tell them to chase you. Think I'm dead. Put it down and I see hang around the floor. You're trying to sink it. The truth I told you, lots of fun. I'm coming in sight. Put it down and I see hang around the floor. You're trying to sink it. The truth I told you, lots of fun. I'm coming in sight. There you go. So, you know what I want to try doing real quick?
What do
This
you
may or
want
may
to
not be
try?
smart. So, I have a confession to make.
Confess that, sinner.
Thank you very much. And this, some of you might already know, that I am a member of the Society for Creative Anachronism.
Also known as the SCA.
It's kind of like Ren Fair, only historically accurate.
Only better. No, I mean, it's...
I won't say better. It's just
not
different.
better. They definitely have different strengths and weaknesses. They're different. It's weird because they seem like they're like very similar, but they're actually very
Yes,
different.
they're actually very.
things.
If you like to dress up as a fawn, then Ren Fair is for you.
Yes.
If you are concerned about the historical accuracy of your thread count, then the SCA is for you.
And well, I'm a little biased.
And for some of us, it's both.
For
some of us, it's both.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want to like imply that I don't like Ren Fairs because
I love Ren Fairs. I love dressing up, and I love throwing historical accuracy to the wind.
I absolutely love Ren
and
Fair.
just being able to do what else.
I just like SCA just a pinch better because I get much less of the do a dirty song at SCA.
Much,
I mean, don't get
much
me
less
wrong.
of that and much more of a do this in Latin.
You know, don't get me wrong. The Scadians also ask for the dirty.
Oh, they also
songs.
ask.
They do.
But they ask for the dirty songs in Latin.
And yeah, exactly.
Which I appreciate. Whereas Fair is fake fighting with real weapons, and the SCA is real fighting with fake weapons. That's actually a very.
Yeah, well, I mean, the ones at Ren Fair are like real weapons, but
I mean, they do use real weapons. It's like it's real steel. Otherwise, you don't get the
but
clanky sound.
But it's blunt.
The clanky, it is blunt.
It's a play sword.
It was like
it's not
you
like
could
meant for real.
You
combat.
could still hurt someone with it. Though.
I mean, you can hurt someone.
You could
but
theoretically
it's
still kill
not,
someone.
You know, it's like a.
I mean, if you tried really, really hard, you could kill someone with a buffer weapon.
It's true, I guess.
What was I getting at?
I don't know.
Right, I remember now. So, point is, we're members of the Skaskadair. We are members of the Society for Creative Anachronisms, Anachronisms, also known as Skaskadair. The SCA, or SCA. So...
Ska is not what we're doing. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I just don't think we know any ska songs.
Well, technically, alcohol is free.
I guess you're right, actually. Yeah.
But either way, all right. Point is that according to the SCA, the known world is divided up into various kingdoms, counties, baronies, shires, and provinces. We living in the modern city of New York, in the SCA, amongst the Scadians, we are living in the Crown Province of Østgard. Mm-hmm. So here's a little song about the Crown Province of Østgard that I made up. Based off of, I didn't write the melody. The melody is a filk. It's a filk. Or a contrafacta.
It's
I can use a fancy Italian word.
I think is the name of it.
New York Girls.
Yeah, that's the
But I changed it to Østgard Girls.
Yes.
So it goes like something like this.
You're a nerd.
Yes, I am. Here we go. that's way too low. Let's try an octave higher. Oh, as I went down to Asgard for an SCA event, I was going to go, period. I'd brought my canvas tent. But when I got to Asgard, no turf there could be found. 'Cause Asgard is a land that's paved with concrete all around. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. Well, and I had to meet me mates in the canton of White Way, so I was told to take the road that they call the subway. But when I got down there, I was stuck. No, sorry about that. When I got there, I was found the steps one more time. I went down there and was countered by the stub. Well, what the hell is wrong with me?
All right, you got this. You got this.
One more time.
You got this.
But then I smelled the stench of urine flowing on the floor. Immersion quite like this I have never had before. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. I got on the subway car, not meaning any strife, when a fella came up to me, said, "Your money or your life." How fortunate for me, the sparring partner I should meet. So I drew me sword and cried for Odin and chased him down the street. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. It's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. I finally got to Broken Bridge, to the list and to the range. I thought in wearing all me garb I would look rather strange, but then I saw the junkies all a-rolling on the floor. All a-rolling on the ground, 'cause in Asgard the Skadians aren't the weirdest ones in town. It's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. And it's, oh, sweet Buddha, you really shoulda tell those Asgard girls to give us lots of Gouda. And it's, oh, dear fella, it would be swella if you told all those Asgard girls to give us mozzarella. Though it might be better.
Yes.
I lost my mind. Sorry. It would be better if you'd write a letter to tell those Asgard girls that we would like some cheddar. It's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses. Oh, Absente, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, you love us for our money. And it's, oh, sweet Jesus, it would please us if you Asgard girls would give us curds and cheeses.
There we go.
So, a request has been made for something else entirely different.
Oh, that one.
Oh, gonna go to G. Oh, no, go down to G. No, let's go to A. Oh, as I got home on a Monday night. We do it differently, by the way. As drunk could be.
Because I don't know the lyrics.
It's gonna be fun. I saw a horse outside my door where my horse ought to be. So I calls my wife and I says to her, "Will you kindly tell to me who owns the horse outside the door where my horse ought to be?"
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That is just a panther cat, magnified by 3.
As many as I've traveled 100 miles or more, but a panther cat with a saddle instead of that cute little blue vest that we got him, I've never seen before.
Maybe we should get him a saddle.
Maybe we should get him a saddle. That'd be great. You know what? I've just thought of a way to up the ante on this. Good gentles, you get the idea of this song. Every week, every day of the week, I come to home to find out that there's something waiting for me that I've never seen before. So you tell me what it is. We're getting to the Tuesday night. So what was it? What is it on Tuesday night? You tell me in the comments.
What are we gonna do with the pizza?
Wait for them. I'm just gonna keep playing this.
Alright, I guess I'll just sit here.
What did I find on Tuesday that I had never seen before?
Dude, are we stuck in limbo forever?
Just give us a noun. Any noun will do.
The audience is like, no. You're on.
Well, there's also a 30-second delay. So there's a 30-second delay for them to hear the request. And then they have to think of something. Then they have to type it.
Yes.
And then beyond that, then it just comes to us at the speed of light.
This might have been better to do on this.
There we go. All right, I got it. Yes, I got home on a Tuesday night. As drunk could be. I saw a saxophone on the bed where my saxophone should be. I called my wife and I says to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns the saxophone on the bed where my saxophone should be?
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That's not a saxophone, but rather a tree that is of the euphorbia variety, in which they have tendrils that extend out this way in a sort of saxophone shape.
What's the name of the tree again?
It's euphorbia.
Euphorbia. As I say, they have traveled 100 miles or more, but a euphorbia growing on the sheets I've never seen before.
It's actually a family, but whatever.
Feel free to throw more nouns down there. We've got 5 more days to
I don't
go.
even know what
March of Cambrith?
What is that?
I think that's the name of a song.
No, I think that's a request for another song.
That's a great request for another song. Let's just get through this thing. As I got home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe on the chair where my pipe ought to be. So I calls my wife and says to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns the pipe upon the chair where my pipe ought to be?
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That's not a pipe.
What is it?
I forgot you didn't get that reference. Alright. So, it's a worm.
That's your mother sent?
Yeah.
Alright, this idiot, I've traveled 100 miles or more, but a worm that doesn't regenerate after I cut it in half I've never seen before. That is I out on a Thursday night, as drunk could be. I saw a record collection on the table where my record collection should be. Calls your wife and says to her, hey, kindly tell to me who owns the record collection on the table where mine should be.
Drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. Those are just soup books that my mother sent to me.
There's many a day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but Subooks that didn't come with the tiger poster I've never seen before. As I got home on a Friday night, as drunk as could be, I saw a skateboard on the bed where mine should be. I called my wife and sister, kindly tell to me who owns a skateboard under the bed where my skateboard should be.
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. That is, well, I'll tell you what that is. I'll tell you what that is. That is actually, I mean, let me tell you that that's what it is.
There's many a day I've traveled 100 miles or more, but an amorphous incorporeal blob I've never seen before. And I on a Saturday night, as drunk could be, I saw a chandelier on the ceiling that I didn't buy. Tell to me, when did we get a chandelier?
You're drunk,
All right.
silly old fool. Still you cannot see. 'Tis not a chandelier, but a UFO. We're being abducted right now.
This idiot, I've traveled 100 miles or more, but abductees who didn't use lube I've never seen before. The other ones used lube. They were very nice and kind. Where was I? Well, I did Saturday, right? That's why I got home on a Saturday night. It's drunk to me. I saw. Well, I saw a gun in her hand where mine should be, and I called my wife and says, will you kindly tell to me, why are you wearing a gun on your hand where mine should be?
You're drunk,
right.
you fool. Still you cannot see. I brought a knife, not a gun.
But there's many a day I've traveled 100 miles or more. But Indiana Jones losing a fight I've never seen before. That's why you don't bring a gun to a knife fight.
I'm glad that we
Or
just
other way
happen to
around.
have this right here.
Just happen to have a knife sitting on the table. And as I got home on a Sunday night, as drunk could be, all I saw a porcupine in the bed where my porcupine should be, which is what I call my pubic hair. As I called to my wife and I says to her, will you kindly tell to me, who had this porcupine on the bed where why is there a porcupine there? What is it?
You're drunk, you silly old fool. Still you cannot see. I keep telling you it's not a porcupine, it's called a beaver. And I feel like you should know what to do with it at this point.
Many a day I've traveled 100 miles or more. But a beaver that stuck my badger I have never seen before. It's a euphemism for something. I'm sure of it.
Maybe.
Let's do a pretty song after that.
Well, that was an adventure.
That was an adventure. That was a different way of doing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Very different from anything I've tried before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness. You know what I hear?
A car
Do you
alarm?
hear what I hear?
A car alarm.
In Washington Heights. All right.
It will bring us irritation. I don't know.
Or something. All right, let's do a pretty one. Let's do... Oh, here's the one that we were thinking of doing yesterday, but didn't do in the end. Let's do it. Let's do it now. We're going to get the guitar for this one. You know this one. It's the one about the company. That one.
Oh, I hope I can remember my verse. I always forget the third line.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, Maxine, you are also wonderful.
Yes.
You're all wonderful.
Yes, indeed.
You're all
of
wonderful.
You are lovely.
And
also,
soon...
shout out to Maxine for getting my reference about the pipe.
Ce n'est pas un pipe.
I think it might be Pip.
Pip.
I don't know. I mean, it would be cuter if it was Pip, but I don't know. I don't speak French.
Pip. So let's do something pretty. Oh, the mustache song. I haven't done the mustache song yet. We'll do the mustache song next week. That's another one I'm going to have to review. Or you can bring it up. Let's try it. I'm going to try it.
Whoa, what are we doing?
The mustache song.
Oh, right now?
Just bring it up.
Okay,
bring up
fine.
mustache
Okay.
mustache song chords. Bring up yep. There we go. Mustache song.
I think I know how to spell mustache.
I don't. I have one though.
You want that?
Did you write lyrics or chords?
Which one do you want?
Chords.
You want the chords? You're a chord boy.
Well, I'm gonna need the chords. I could figure it out in my head, but
Okay.
it's easier to just read it off a thing.
I'm guessing it's this.
Yep.
Okay. Eh.
Yep, there we go. There we go. All right, very good. Very good. All right, let's give this a try. That sounds too low. Let's bring it up to A.
Say, can you see?
Oh, say, can you see this mustache I have on me? I used all sorts of wax to get in the shape that I like. All right, enough of that. I don't know if I'm sure. You men who long for love, you mustn't all despair. There's a secret you must know to capture the hearts of the fair. You may not have the looks, you may not have the dash, but you'll win yourself a girl if you only have a mustache. A mustache, a mustache, if you only have a mustache. May be common folk without a hint of pride, but you needn't be a pain to make any maiden a bride. You may not have the name, you may not have the cash, but you'll make that girl your own if you've only got a mustache. A mustache, a mustache, if you've only got a mustache. Well, here is my my advice for how to make a splash. You missed a verse. Bring it back up. I did. There we are. Here we are. You may be big and fat, or uglier than sin. All the ladies sucked you out. You're wondering how to get in. You may press my advice for how to make a splash. You can have your pick of girls if you only got a mustache. A mustache, a mustache. If you only got a mustache. A mustache, a mustache, a mustache. Big mustache, my mustache, your mustache. Say the word mustache.
Mustache.
No, a mustache.
A mustache.
Again.
A mustache.
Now we both have said mustache. A mustache, a mustache. If you only got a mustache. There we are.
Well,
You've had them there. You got the mustache song. I hope you're satisfied, Lush. Pooh Corner. Do you mean the Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear? That one?
Wow.
Looking for fun, chasing some honeybees. That takes me back to high
Oh,
school.
God. I remember when that was on.
I watched that in high school.
I don't.
I bet that's not what she's talking
You
about.
were watching Winnie the Pooh in high school.
Shut up!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to judge.
I was watching Winnie the Pooh. I was not one of the cool kids.
I mean.
I also was watching Arthur.
I watched Arthur until I was like in middle school, so there's that.
What?
I watched Arthur until I was like in middle school.
All right. So we're both weird.
Yes.
Let's bring it down to C minor. So let's do a pretty one, and I think we will finish up this silliness. Today's show definitely got sillier than usual.
Yeah, this has also been
Which I'm
quite
alright
an
with.
experimental episode.
It has
And
been.
that
This
we
has
keep
been an
doing
experimental
songs.
episode. Keep doing songs we don't actually know.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're cool kids in your eyes. So yeah, let's go with this one. Return to Pooh Corner. I'm gonna have to look up Return to Pooh Corner. I don't remember that
Pooh
one.
Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. I remember from that one when I was a kid.
And then there's the even older one, which I remember from when I was a tiny kid, which wasn't written at the time. It was written in the 50s, but still. Winnie the Pooh, stubby little chubby, all stuffed with fluff. He's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I didn't grow up with
Winnie
that
the
one,
Pooh. You didn't watch the original Winnie the Pooh?
No, I
The
only,
OG Winnie the
I
Pooh?
only had the 90s one or the 80s one. I don't know what it was.
Ah, you gotta have the OG Winnie the Pooh is something else. Especially the beaver. Or not the beaver. What is he, a groundhog?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think that he's either a beaver or a groundhog. I don't remember. I also don't remember what his name was.
I'm not in the book. Alright. Oh, he still had that line in the 90s version. I don't know. My memory is as blur. Alright, let's actually sing this thing. He is a gopher. Alright.
Go for it.
Where am I? Right.
All right, I forgot we were doing this.
Kind friends and companions, come join me in rhyme. Come lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Let us drink and be merry on grief to refrain. May you might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the company. Run to my lass. Let us drink and be merry all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. May you might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the wee lass that I love so well. For style and for beauty, there's none can excel. That's what I mean too. Smiles on my countenance, wee, as she sits on my knee. And wheeze. There's no one who's as happy as seems to help to the company and one to my lass.
Every time.
Let's drink and be merry all out of one glass. Let us drink and be Strength of my stench does.
Remains faithful, for he loves only me. No one on earth is as happy as me. This is a really low key.
Here's a health to the company, one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. May all I never all meet here again. Our ship lies at harbor, she's ready to dock. I wish you a safe landing without any shock. And if ever we should meet again by land or by sea, I shall always remember your kindness to me. So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all to refrain. Or we may or might never all meet here again. Here's a health to the company, and to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. There we are. Or for we may or might never all meet here again. Did some weird things with that E there.
What key is that?
That right here, C minor.
That's terrible.
You want to do it higher next time?
Yes, please.
We'll do it higher next time.
No, grief to refrain. It's terrible key. Terrible key. I know you love only me because you would only put your sweat fuzz into my drink.
I know. Nobody else gets my sweat fuzz.
No other girl gets sweat fuzz the way I do.
I know. You are the one who gets my sweat fuzz. Good gentles all, thank you very much for joining us on today's Foxy's Hangover Hour. I'm David Anthony, the Foxy Bard.
I'm Twig.
And together we are Drunken Disorderly. If you have enjoyed the songs you have heard, you may feel free to click the like button. The more people click the like button, the more the YouTube algorithm thinks that I am worthwhile. The more people click the work by blah blah blah. The more biggest let's try that more time. The more people click the like button, the more that my reality is validated and I end up feeling worthwhile. Sort of kind of deep down inside. I justify my existence based on your accolades. Please give me likes. Click the like and subscribe for more content. This has been my Tech Talk. Also, you may feel free to donate to the madness and contribute to the silliness. You can do that by becoming a patron on Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/FoxyBard. With a mere price of money per month, you can be a patron and vote. If you are a patron, go vote. You got 2 more days to vote, today and tomorrow. That's it. And then it'll be decided what our next cookbook is going to be for our cooking show. Your choices are Scheherazad's Feast, which is medieval Middle Eastern cooking, A Hero's Feast, which is D&D cooking, and medieval cooking for today's kitchen. Those are the 4 books that have been chosen, and right now it's a tie. Keeps being a tie.
Have you checked it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I checked it. It's a tie. It's a tie between Scheherazad's Feast and Hero's Feast.
I feel like we get a tie every single poll we get.
It's almost like they're doing it intentionally just to screw with me.
Maybe.
If you're a patron, go to the Patreon page and vote. If you're not a patron, go become a patron so that you can go onto the Patreon page and vote on what our next cookbook is going to be. Or you can go on to Bandcamp to buy our album, or you can go on Bandcamp just in order to give us a one-time donation of any amount of money that you choose. And then I convert. Look us up on Instagram.
At Foxy Bard.
Foxy Bard. The Foxy Bard. Look up the hashtag Hiking with Foxy to see all the places we've been going lately. When the pandemic is over, we would be more than happy to come and kidnap you and drag you off into the woods somewhere. if that's what you'd like. Only consensual.
You could also, like, get coffee. Who knows?
We could get coffee, but I'd rather drag you into the woods
Indeed.
where nobody can hear you scream. Consensually. Consensual screaming. What else? Join us this Thursday at 6 o'clock for Cooking with Foxy. At some point, we're going to be doing Foxy's History Hour. I haven't decided when that's going to happen yet.
We've been saying that for about a month.
We've been saying it for about a month, but it's going to happen. And then join us next week on Saturday night at 9 for Foxy's Drinking Hour. And then Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon for Foxy's Hangover Hour once more. And I believe that's the end of our advertisement, which means I have one more confession.
Confess the sinner.
Thank you very much. That confession so long ago, back before I was a bard. I was going to be a rabbi. I went to yeshiva where I learned things. I learned about Hanasenish, for example. That was depressing. Actually, I learned that one in elementary school, which is even more depressing. It's very depressing if you're a Jew in elementary school. Because while everybody else gets to learn about the American Revolution, you get to learn about the Holocaust. It's sad, really. It makes you grow up with so many mental problems, so many complexes that you have, so many anxieties. So, you know what else I learned? In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. Good gentles all, this is where you tell me your personal theology. You tell me what you think is not in heaven, and I will write a verse on the spot to justify your theology. It took me a moment. My brain is not working today. I blame the absinthe. I could blame the absinthe, but I know it's just natural.
You finished it.
Finished it!
Oh, wow.
Right. In heaven there is no Irish coffee because God's tastes are far too lofty. He prefers sardines with toffee because that tastes better than Irish coffee to him. I don't know why. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there is no absinthe. Instead you just dilute it by a tenth. And say that it makes bad things happen to your breath, I guess. You know, there's not much that rhymes with absent. Oh, in heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, friends will be drinking all beer. Oh, in heaven there is no rain, which I personally feel is a pain. Instead of heaven, I'm going to Spain, because the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. In heaven there is no rain in Spain, stays mainly on the plain. My God, she's got it! From here, our friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there is no guilt about the alcohol that you just spilt, because a catching trough was built to catch your alcohol that you spilt.
Whoever loses has to drink it.
Heaven there is no beer, that's how it works. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there are no butt plugs, so instead we're gonna use some Uggs. To do that, I'm gonna need a lot more drugs if I'm gonna handle using Uggs as butt plugs. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, friends will be drinking all beer. In heaven there is no snow, which means that if you're going to the ice show, they're gonna have to use something, maybe blow, and snort it because they don't have any. It's some sort of white powder, I don't know. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be. I got a better one. Hold up. Here we go. In heaven there is no snow, and because of that, you should know that I plan to start to grow some cornflakes, which are good to replace with snow. In heaven there's no beer. Beer is that was one bad one after another one. I'm sorry about that. Oh, and we're gone from here. Our friends will be drinking all beer. Oh, wait, I got a better one. Here we go. I can do this. I promise.
You got this.
In heaven, there is no snow, which means that you don't have anything to throw during a snow bite or during my show. So I'm not going to have any tomatoes thrown at me or snowballs. In heaven, there is no beer. That made sense, I think. That's why we drink it here. We're gone from here. Our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven, there are no rabbits because too many people decided to grab it. And I'll tell you that that's a naughty habit. Just ask the president. In heaven, the old one. Drink it here. That's why we drink it here. It's harder to poke fun of Biden when we're gone from here.
Not that hard.
Good point. Oh, yeah. All right. Hey, I got one. Here we go. In heaven, there are no knives, which means that I won't get to stab my wives. It's okay, because they've all got 9 lives. Did I mention that my wives are all cats? Oh, in heaven, there is no beer. Yeah. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. In heaven, there is no YouTube, which means that if you're an uneducated rube, you will not be able to watch this boob, except maybe on Facebook instead of YouTube. Oh, and then there is no beer, I'm a boob. That's why we drink it here, ain't it true? When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all beer. One more time. And there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends lost the key for a minute.
You did.
Our friends will be drinking
all the Actually, kind of like that. It was bluesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much, Consensus All. I'm David out to the Foxy Bar.
I'm Twig.
And together we are Drunk and Disorderly. And I'm going to make the judgment call that Absinthe, overrated, but it still gets you very drunk.
It does do its job. It does its job very well. I mean, it doesn't make you hallucinate.
It doesn't make you
does not
hallucinate.
make you hallucinate like it does in the movies, but
Yep.
it does.
It does get you drunk.
It's very high alcohol, so only have a little of it if you don't intend on getting wasted. That's mine. Thank you very much. Fine, you can have a sip. But only the parts that have your fuzz in it. No.
I'm trying to get my fuzz.
Not with the tongue. Yeah. I allow you to have my absinthe, and this is what you do.
Thank you. Thank you for coming And I shall see you all again very soon.
Join us next
Thursday?
this coming Thursday for Foxy Cooking with Foxy. We haven't decided what we're making yet.
Don't know
but
what we're
we will
making.
soon.
We'll figure it out.
Also join us on Saturday for the regularly scheduled drinking hour, and
Indeed.
next Sunday for the regularly scheduled hangover hour.
Yeah.
Which we will have a new mystery booze for, which won't be absent.
Won't be absent. Let's go with
and
something like an apple
simpler,
cider. You want to go with a cider?
A cider would be lovely,
Apple
actually.
cider.
I think that, or maybe like a nice wine.
Nice wine.
Nice wine. And yeah. Well, it won't be 55% alcohol. Or licorice flavored. We have had too many licorice flavored beverages
Too many.
on this show, especially because licorice was my least favorite. Anyways, if you'd like to support us, you can subscribe to the Patreon and vote on our next cookbook and all that other jazz, or you could buy our album on Bandcamp. Leave a donation there if you want.
Wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Miyagi.
Wow.